Hello everybody, this beast is the Picardian, and this is how ships are going to get built from now on. It takes a lot of skill to use, but it's almost invincible. What am I talking about? I'm using both a gravity drive and a micro warp. It turns out that micro warps, the jump drives are so cheap to use that if you want to jump 5 kilometers, it'll finish recharging before the countdown finishes. So that means that every ship from now on will be able to spam microwarps, and they're going to be an incredibly important part of every combat scenario, especially if you've got two people. There's a limit, 2 people per ship. There's a limit on how effective it can be if it is just you, because you actually have to hit yes and stuff like that. We're going to go ahead and attack. One of the things about the jump drive is that it fires in a very, very weird way. You can't actually be moving in a specific pattern. You have to allow it to fire, and that requires you to do some slightly unusual maneuvers to make sure that your vector is right. So we're going to pound our Guardian for a while here, and then we're going to go ahead and jump out. But you can see that didn't work. You've got to have the right angle. See? Ridiculous, right? I'm not sure exactly what the deal is there. But this jump system allows you to get in close to an enemy and then jump away. Moreover, please note your direction of jump is locked in when you hit the jump button. 10 seconds later, it looks like you're jumping in whatever direction you used to be facing. So there's a lot of stuff you can do there. And of course, our jump window is already finished recharging. If we look at the damage the Picardian took, I wanted to show you that this is a tough ship. The missile barrage that we gave it was fairly sustained, but it didn't really take much in the way of damage. Obviously, most of the bombardment hit this side, and it did hit the front of the ship. It's hard to see because it's in the dark. This is the front. However, it looks like all of the missile emplacements are intact except for... Nope, all the missile emplacements are intact. We lost a few engines, nothing important. We go inside, we can see that we did rupture into this region, but we didn't lose either of the command seats. We lost one warp drive, but looks like the other ones survived, or at least one of them survived. I don't know how many did in total. Oh, here we are. It looks like only one warp drive got damaged, and no other significant damage took place. Our gravity drives are still online, everything else is online, our missiles are online. So that pounding really only did cosmetic damage and lost us a couple of maneuvering engines. Who cares? So I just wanted you to be aware, this is the way ships are going to work from now on. Let me take you on a tour. 5 cryopods. I don't know why you'd ever need 5 crew, but that was what there was space for. Medical bay. And that was the upper floor. The lower deck is down here. It just has a whole bunch of RP furniture, mostly. And it has 1 timer block, it's the only timer block on the ship, and 1 programming block, which is Mimir, of course. Mimir is what I'm using to control which cylinders I fire, although you still have to fire them using the dragging command. It's really, the command that you put into your G menu. It's really obnoxious. Obviously, I have mass blocks here, gravity drive underneath, mass blocks in the nose as well to balance off and make sure that it doesn't tilt too fast. I got 4 gravity drives in the back, sandwiched between the heavy engines. If you get attacked from the back, they're not likely to survive in comparison to the rest of the ship, but they're relatively durable. The command screen is a little bit complex. Guns, gravity engine, camera, micro jump, normal jump. I'm going to sit in the other seat just so you can see the screens. Micro jump, short, long, and extended are there. Then we got the detach our chaff. That's obnoxious because if you decide you want to claim the ship, they still have the bug where merge blocks detach if you change their owner. How annoying. And of course, turrets on and off. I didn't even use the turrets in the last one, but it has loads of them, as you can see. Now, if we wanted to, we could fire off other distances of jump. So let's go and aim for home. Home is 14 1.4 million meters away. And let's go ahead and just fire off a short jump, and you can see how these cylinders fire off. One of them went down 10%, and it wasn't the important one. You can rig it up so that the ones that you actually fire are the ones that you actually draw energy from are not the ones that you actually trigger to fire. And that means that you can load them up like this, where you have Picard and short jump still valid, even long jump is still valid, even though one of them has been taken. Now if we were to fire off a long jump like this, how far away is home? 14 million, 1.4 million. It costs us 50% of one cylinder, and we travel 300,000. Not too bad. But our extended drive is charged back up, and we are ready to power with an extended jump again. One of our cylinders will not be donating to this, so this is 3 cylinders out of the 4. Once again, remember that I think it's locked in when you trigger it rather than later. And we actually overshot home by a fair margin here. So this ship can jump a hell of a long way, and it can run its cylinders in such a way that it's useful in battle or in travel in complex ways. I don't expect everyone to build ships like this, but if you want to download it, it's vanilla, it's available, you can just grab it and go. It takes some skill to learn how to spin your ship such that your vector doesn't interfere with your ability to jump, but once you learn that, you'll be able to get out of any conflict very, very rapidly. If you got 2 people, you can have a pilot and you can have a gunner, and that way when you fire off, you won't have to actually stop firing to click the yes button. I do hope that some of this stuff changes. There are some things I'd like to see refined, but I can say that this was a lot of fun to build, and I hope that everyone enjoys it as much as I have. If not, build your own and show me, so that I can enjoy it.